everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to make meat and potato shingara with paratha. I'm also going to show you another way of making it. I call it the paratha sandwich. What you will need: 1 large onion sliced, 1 large potato cut into small cubes, boneless meat I've cut into small pieces. You can use chicken as well. 1 cube of frozen garlic and ginger. You can use fresh. Olive oil, you can use any oil. Little bit of salt. And the spices I'm going to use: turmeric, chili powder, curry powder, which I use a lot of. Little bit of jeera and dhania. This is a treat for the boys in my house today because me and my daughter don't eat meat, so I'm really making it for them. Now to make this is for the filling, and this is what we're going to make it in, the paratha. This is a bag, I think, of 20. I've also got the pan to cook the filling in. Before we start, I'm just going to give you a little bit of information on the paratha. I'm going to put it in the fridge now and let it defrost slowly. However, I make my shingaras when the parathas semi-defrost because it's easier to make. If you let the parathas fully defrost, it is very difficult to make. There is an alternative option, which is you can let it fully defrost, make it into a dough, roll it out and make it that way, but I prefer the easier option. I put 3 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm just letting the oil heat up before I put the garlic in. So now I'm going to put the garlic in. And give it a stir. And wait till it gets golden brown. Now continue stirring it. Now I'm going to put the ginger in. And I'll stir that and leave it for a few seconds before I put the onion in. Now I'm going to put the onions in. Give it a stir and then put some salt in. I'm putting about 2 teaspoons of salt. I'll give it a stir and I will leave the onions for 10 minutes with the lid on. Make sure you stir in between. These are ready now and I'm going to put the spices in. Chili powder, turmeric powder, curry powder, little bit of jeera, little bit of dhania. So I'm going to give it a good stir now and add a little bit of water just to soften the mix. I'll leave it in for a few minutes so the spices mix. Put the lid on before I add the meat. So the onions are done. I'll put the meat in. Just to tell you guys, all the spices I've added today, you don't have to add all the spices. You can just use curry powder, turmeric powder and chili powder. Should be fine. I've just put the other 2 for extra flavour. I'm going to add the meat now. And I'll give it a good stir so all the spices mix together with the meat. Leave it for about 15 to 20 minutes. I'll check on it in between and stir it. It's been 5 minutes. I'm just checking on the meat. As you can see, there's quite a lot of water, which is normal. Once the water kind of dries up, you know the meat is cooked. Meat has cooked nicely. We can add the potatoes in now. So I'm going to add the potatoes in and give it a good stir. The potato filling is done. I've just put it in the bowl and I'm going to let it cool down for about 30 minutes to an hour. I've also took the parathas out of the fridge and I will let them defrost slowly. I am going to make some for the freezer as well, which you guys can do as well. You put it in the freezer, it stays for a few months and you can deep fry them or you can oven bake them and eat it whenever you like. My work area ready to make the Paratha Shingara and paratha sandwich, which I call it. So I've got a pair of scissors, some flour, flour I'm going to use, if the paratha becomes too soft, you can use flour. It will help you make the shingara. And I've got a pair of scissors which I will need to cut the parathas, and I've got a tray to put the shingara and the paratha sandwich on, which I will put directly in the freezer. So I'm going to cut the paratha in 4 pieces. So I've cut them in 4 pieces. So I'm going to show you how you make it now. So I'm going to join this corner with this corner there and seal the edges like so. You don't need glue, you don't need paste, but if you do want to use something, you can use a little bit of water, it's fine. So I've sealed it. Can you see a pocket now? There's a pocket there, and I'm going to put some of the filling in. You don't want to put it right to the top, just enough. If it's too much, you can remove some, like so. And then, can you see it? You can just dab it with your fingers down. And then, this part you will join onto there and just seal it. Make sure you seal it properly so there is no gaps. So when you either fry it or bake it in the oven, no filling comes out. And that's it, we're done. Reminds me of a beak, but that's it, finished. This is the second way I'm making it, which I call a paratha sandwich. So what I'm going to do, I've got a whole paratha and I'm going to fold it like so. Put the filling in. Put quite a lot, it's quite a big paratha. So I've got the filling in. Just knead up the edges a bit so you leave the edge empty, like so. And then all we're going to do is seal it. Easy as that. Just make sure the edges are sealed properly, as I mentioned earlier, so none of the fillings come out when you put it in the oven to bake it or deep fry it. That's it. To show you guys, these are the ones I've made to put in the freezer, and what I've done is I've got the first layer underneath and I put paratha sheets on top of them, and then I've put a second layer on top, and I've put paratha sheet, and I'm going to put these on top of them. I haven't made a lot so I can fit it all in one tray, and what I'm going to do is put that tray in the freezer. Once it's frozen, I'll put it in a bag ready to eat, and it looks good. So I placed them on a flat oven tray. Cooked the big ones for 30 minutes, small ones for 20 minutes, temperature 250 degrees, and if you deep fry them on a high heat for 10 minutes, stir often. I've made chicken ones and they were delicious. So guys, give it a go.